So, Arsenal 4, Crystal Palace 1. That is how you come back from an embarrassing, humiliating defeat to Sporting Lisbon on Thursday. And after 25 minutes, I was thinking, well, this ain't going well. And sloppy passes left, right, and centre. And then out of nowhere, bang, Martinelli 1-0. What a finish. After that, we just steamrolled them, didn't we, mate? What did you make of that performance today?
Absolute class. Totally agree. First 20-25, a little bit sloppy. I thought, oh dear, is this going to be another Sporting Lisbon? No, please don't. We need to bounce back big time. Absolute class performance, Lee. One of the best performances all round. And I'm going to bring into that Arteta. Who knew, Lee? Who knew he has a plan B? Making substitutions in the 65th minute. Wow. Yeah, absolute class. No, not one player in my book put a foot wrong today. You could say Odegaard lost his man for their one goal. Okay, I'm not going to berate anybody for that because that happens in football. Class performance. Everybody was on the mark. They bounced back after that shit show against Sporting Lisbon, and couldn't be happy, man. Absolutely buzzing. And do I start to believe? Do I? Yes.
10 games to go. We're 8 points clear. Pressure's on Man City. Like there is pressure on us. Of course, we're top of the table. We ain't won a league for a long time, but we've got the points on the table. 69 points at this stage. He's 2 points away from equaling Unai Emery's only season, by the way. Which has taken long enough. But listen, if it ends up winning us the title, mate, and he surpasses it, which he will, then happy days, and we're all for that. And every single player today, Rob Holding came into the team today. I thought he was quality. Right? I thought he played really, really well today. Yeah, and I was kind of worried when I see him in the line. I was like, no, please, not him again. Not him again, because he's got a mistake every game. But today, no mistakes, really. Gabriel Magalhaes quality again. Thomas Partey. Ben White was superb. Thomas Partey superb. And the quality of our goals was decent today. They weren't like they were scrappy little goals. They were all quality finishes, weren't they? Even Xhaka's one.
Yeah, class all round. And I endorse what Ola said on your watch along. It's great that we have goals being scored spread across the team. We're not relying on just one player. And that's what you need to win leagues. That's what Arsenal have done in the past to win leagues. Everybody chips in back in time. And they were all class goals, all well taken. I mean, there was a couple of times, some of that movement, man, the club to score those goals was absolutely unbelievable. Reminiscent of some of the great goals we've all seen back in time with the legendary Arsenal players, Bergkamp, Henry, all those type of players. And it was, at times there, I thought, am I actually watching Arsenal of 25 years ago? Because this was class, man. I mean, the defence was brilliant. Holding, didn't put a foot wrong. And then I'll show all that when we do the player ratings. That young lad, Kiwa, come on, made an absolute goal-saving tackle.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, and that's the thing. We limited them to scraps today. Like Zaha had the chance in the first 20 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever, where it hit the post, nearly went in off a Ramsdale, which would have been mad considering that Emi Martinez did that the other week. And we've all been sat there laughing about it, and it very nearly happened to us. We were on the wrong end nearly, but yeah, it was quite quality, mate. And other than that, their goal, nothing we could really do about that. It was just one of them where it just hit him and then they scored. Like, it's what it is. But other than that, they were limited to next to nothing. And that's a team that we've not beaten at our ground since 2018. We just demolished them today. They couldn't get anywhere near us. They sacked their manager. They didn't get a new manager bounce, that's for sure. In fact, they got worse because that's the first time in 2023 they've conceded more than 3 goals. Yeah, in fact, I think it's the first time they've conceded more than 2 goals. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 is the most they've conceded in a game. And Vieira used to keep them in games till the end, and then they concede at the death or whatever. But this team that they put out today, they couldn't get anywhere near us, mate, and they didn't have enough quality. Yeah, they didn't have enough steel in midfield. Thomas Partey was everywhere today. He's just a joke of a player, man. When he's in that fine form like that, he's a joy to watch. And he just bosses everything. And it's nice that we've got the 2-week break now. I know we don't like international football personally, but I think we need, as a club, a 2-week break. Just to get everyone chilled, fresh again. Obviously, Saliba's a big miss. I think apparently he's out for 6 weeks. 2 of them are going to be eaten up with the international break. So he's going to miss the trips and maybe the Etihad and Anfield. So we're going to need to have Holding on it. And if he ain't, then that's the end of that. Yeah, because the way Man City are playing, they've scored 13 goals in the last 2 games. They're ridiculous. But I do think we'll win it, Jez. I do. I think we're looking really good. And we have to win it after binning these 3 cups and putting them in the dustbin. Yeah, I think that we have to go and win it now. Otherwise, why are we throwing cups away? We never used to throw cups away. We used to take them serious back in the day. But I do think we'll win it. And I do think that with JEZ'S coming on today, that was nice to see. Smith Rowe got a game as well. Kieran Tierney, quality when he came on. We're going to need some of these players, man. I think a lot of these ain't going to go on international duty as well, which would be great. Just get them in training. Work on stuff that's not been going so well for us, like certain defensive stuff, corners, etc. So we can see a lot of corners now. So get back in the training ground for the next 2 weeks and then batter Leeds in 2 weeks' time.
Absolutely, mate. I wouldn't be at all surprised, actually, if they go away some warm weather training. Somebody there, Dubai or somewhere like that. And fair play to them, and I hope that does happen. They deserve it. Absolutely. I mean, I'm buzzing, man. Absolutely. I mean, that was such a class game. One of the best performances I've seen this season all round. I mean, every single player and every player that came on as a sub. It was brilliant. And dare I say it, Mr. Tierney, he came on, he set his stall out, and he had a point to prove today. And by God, did he prove that. And I hope that Arteta realises what a gem of a player he is, and he doesn't waste him, and he disappears in the summer. I think, sadly, he will go, but I don't want him to go, because that interplay he played to get that, make that pass to Saka. I mean, Jesus, I mean, that is, you've got to say that is why he's one of the best left backs in world football. Proven player, and I love him. I think he's a great player. I mean, dare I say, I think you like him, Lee. I think you.
I love him to bits, man. I love him. I love him. Best left back in the world for me, mate. He can actually defend. He can cross a ball. He gets up and down. He works his nuts off. Yeah, and there ain't no like frills with him. It's like literally what you see is what you get. You've got a hard-working young lad, that just wants to play football. Yeah, and he does it. And every time he's on that pitch, it's like it's his last ever game. It's a joy to watch, man. Proper footballer. If we had 11 of him, we wouldn't have gone 19 years without a title, mate. That's for sure. 11 Tierney's, we wouldn't have gone that long, mate. But listen, he was brilliant when he came on. I thought all of them were sick today. I thought they were all top class today, every single one of them. And they had to be. Like I said, after that disappointment on Thursday, they had to be. And the atmosphere looked amazing in the ground. You had the Ashburton Army with the drum and the songs and all that. It looked sick. It looked so good. And 10 more games, it's not going to be easy, but it's never easy to win a title, which is why we ain't won one for so long. But if you look at the games we've got coming up, I don't see where we drop points other than maybe Liverpool and City. Yeah. So I think we win or get points in pretty much every game. I could only see us losing one game between now and the end of the season. Yeah, and I think if we do that, and it is only one game, I think we'll win the league.
I think the only danger, what scares me, and I know it's people may say I'm talking bollocks. I think Anfield is going to be the tricky one, because we've always been crap at Anfield, but maybe this season we'll step up and we'll put that wrong right. Man City, I actually fancy, Lee, that we'll go there and win that. I do. I think we'll absolutely destroy Leeds because they are pony, and I think we'll absolutely destroy Southampton. Chelsea, I'm not worried about that one. Even if we get a draw out of that, fine, okay. But we've got a pretty decent record against Chelsea, and it's ours to throw away. That's the nice thing we can say here. And I just want to say about Palace, right? Patrick Vieira, Arsenal legend. You just see what crap he had to work with. Seriously. And they sacked him, all right, because they're 3 points above the relegation spot, I think. I might be right in saying. But that guy had to work with some absolute dross, seriously. And I feel sorry for Patrick Vieira. And I've said before, I never, ever, ever want an Arsenal manager who to come here who's the next legend of this club. No, never, because I wouldn't want to see that player embarrassed. You know, we saw it with Wenger, man. We held on to him too long because he'd done great things. He's manager of the Invincible, brilliant, fantastic, well done, Mr. Wenger. But no, you were here too long and left the club in an absolutely shocking state. But we move on, Lee. We move on. And is this the start of a new era? I think so.
I hope so, mate. It looks that way, doesn't it? Make sure you sub to JEZ'S channel, Arsenal History and More. And it's in the description. We're going to do player ratings after I've done Matt's fan cam. And yeah, another win, another game gone. 8 points clear. Catch us if you can, Man City. Catch us if you can. Come on.
Come on, you Gunners.